here's what I want to talk about: the situation in Europe with Ukraine at war, which is backed by the West, Moldova, who is struggling but firmly on the pro-European, pro-Western, pro-American stance under President Sandu, and Georgia, which is divided and currently experiencing severe democratic backsliding and a shift towards the Kremlin. These three countries once stood side by side under the Eastern Partnership, fighting for a future inside Europe. But in 2025, are these countries still moving together, or are they three separate stories heading towards three different directions? What would you say to this, Mr. Ambassador?
Yeah, but definitely three separate stories. Ukraine is defending itself because Russia's attacking them. Otherwise, there would be no war. Uh, then the European Union and NATO and the United States have all stepped in to try to help Ukraine in its defense against this aggression. And the European Union has recognized that Ukraine is vital to the future of Europe. So they have offered to accelerate Ukraine's membership in the European Union. They've been working very closely with the government in Ukraine to try to prepare the way for NATO membership as soon as possible. That's one story. In the case of Moldova, you have a current government in Moldova that is very committed to Europe and is trying to reform as quickly as possible in order to prepare itself to be part of the European Union. They're integrating with Europe's energy market as quickly as possible, and that will strengthen their relative independence. They've had a lot of dependency on Russia up to this point, and they're trying to break away from that. Georgia is the opposite, where you have a government in Georgia that is deliberately pulling the country away from NATO, the European Union, and the West in order to align with Russia and China. And so their prospects for EU membership now are basically off the table until Georgia decides that it wants to move back in the direction of moving toward Europe again.